Hello there trainers, greetings, Kuroblitz here, welcome back to another video on my channel. So today I would like to go to another scenario in the Pokemon anime universe. One that, let's say, that we really got robbed of for the time being, and that is the idea of what if Brock actually brought his Marshtomp with him from AG to DP. That's right. I really want to tackle the hypothetical of what if Brock actually had a Swampert in the Sinnoh region. So, without further ado, let's get started, because there is a lot of things that I feel like Brock would have benefited with having Swampert in the Sinnoh region. And I know that you guys are saying, oh, Brock having Swampert would annihilate every problem, and I'm like, he had Onix and he didn't. It's like how people say that, you know, there will be no Team Rocket or Team Flare if Clement got Tyrantrum. Not really. Anyways. So, with the start of all of this, I feel like, you know, Brock going, you know, with Sandgem, Jubilife, and then he would go to Oreburgh and see the Oreburgh tunnels and, you know, the mines and whatever more. I feel like Marshtomp would, you know, thrive a lot, you know, there and seeing all, you know, all of the Pokemon, because he's water ground and he sees all of the rock Pokemon, so he trains and he maybe learns the new moves, he saves everyone from Aerodactyl and whatever more. So yeah, that's all I can say for Oreburgh. For the Eternus City, I can see Marshtomp being utilized to, you know, go to the underground and, you know, scavenge some gems and precious items and whatever more. I feel it would be extremely instrumental to, you know, see Marshtomp in this, you know, little environment. Maybe he would learn, you know, some new moves like Ice Punch or, you know, Facade or whatever, or even, you know, Muddy Water. I feel like for Muddy Water would actually be, you know, in the Heart Home Tag tournament, where I can see, you know, Brock actually teaming up with Holly, because she has a Wingull. She could be from Hoenn as well, so she knows about water Pokemon from there, and Brock can also mention Ludicolo and whatever more, or even his mom. But yeah, in this timeline, in the Heart Home Tag tournament, Marshtomp would learn Muddy Water in this tournament, and he would evolve again to Swampert in this tournament too. So I feel like, you know, having a whole first season of Sinnoh with Marshtomp would be amazing. And basically before Chimchar is released and becomes Ashes, Marshtomp becomes Swampert by facing Pulse Torterra. So it's ground starter versus ground starter. Of course that he would lose, but he gets surprised by, you know, becoming a Swampert in this timeline. And I feel like, you know, becoming like, you know, a big boy, I feel like Swampert would get some mentor roles, and that also, you know, helps Brock, you know, with getting to understand, you know, medicine, like, you know, mud baths and therapy, and also how, you know, you heal from the soil and the water and all of the mineral properties and whatever more. Because when you go to Solaceon and also Veilstone, I can see, you know, Brock helping, you know, Zoe with her Shallows, and also Dawn with her Weasel before, you know, they evolve for the Wallace Cup and are traded to Ash to battle Meline and then go to the Wallace Cup. And speaking of the Wallace Cup and also Pastoria, when May returns, I feel like, you know, this is when, you know, he sees Blaziken and Swampert and Blaziken, they start their camaraderie, and maybe Sceptile, you know, seeing the camaraderie on TV, starts to get stronger and stronger in Oaks Ranch, and, you know, knowing the feats that Bulbasaur did against Brandon, maybe that's how he starts to get powerful to then defeat Tobias's Darkrai, because in this timeline that still happens. And then, you know, he becomes a mentor to Pimpla, because Water Starter and Water Starter, and they go to the Great Marsh, the Safari Zone of, you know, the Sinnoh region. And you have, you know, Crasher Wake, who gets interested in Swampert, and even Brock's Krogunk, you know, he has Anticipation, but every other Krogunk has dry skin, so they praise Swampert for all of the Rain Dance and Muddy Water and whatever more. And then, you know, after Pastoria, they have to go to Celestic, but before they go to Celestic, and then Heart Home again, and then Canalave, I feel like, you know, going, you know, to the summer camp, and they need Swampert to actually track down, you know, the Luminian for, you know, for Brock to draw, and for them to get some points. I feel like it will be very important. And because, you know, it's Swampert, he can also help, you know, with the restoration of fossils and digging around, because he helped, you know, Byron's dad, right, the underground man. I feel like it will be very important for this too. And also because it could also help, you know, Riley in the Iron Island, and maybe, you know, Swampert could learn like a steel move or something. It would be very instrumental. But yeah, Brock and Swampert, right? I feel like, you know, there is a lot that it could have been done, and as you can see, all of the feats that I've stated are just for half of Diamond and Pearl Season 10 and Season 11. But there isn't really much that, you know, they can't do, because, you know, Brock, you know, some people say he was stale, some people say they actually had development because he went from breeder to doctor, and that is understandable. But, you know, I feel like if Mudkip, if Marshtomp actually went to Sinnoh and became a Swampert there, he could have had a lot to do. Like, for example, in Season 12 and 13, when they go to Iron Island, maybe he could meet Fion and be like a surrogate father when Manaphy isn't around. Maybe he could help Barry with Empoleon because he already taught everything he knows to Dawn and Piplup, because they actually stand around together. So maybe Brock helping Barry and Empoleon, it's basically Brock being in the role of a gym leader that he actually is, and forging Ash's opponent, that for better or worse, Ash doesn't battle. And this is, you know, your platinum content. For your heart gold and soul silver content, you can have Brock teach, you know, Lyra and Meryl, right? So, because they are water Pokemon. Corey had Totodile and became a Croconaw. You could also help Corey with that. And it's a ground Pokemon too, so you could help Dawn's Mamoswine and also Ash's Grotto learning Earth Power in this timeline and becoming a very suitable Torterra, because Torterra, Mamoswine, and Swampert, they would be an interesting trio, because it's a Pokemon from, you know, native to Sinnoh, one that's a Johto species and one that's a Hoenn species, and, you know, it all connects to the OS era of, you know, Kanto. I feel like it will be extremely instrumental, and by the end in Sinnoh League Victors, Brock will meet with Jasmine, right, in Sunny Shore. They could have a battle, they see how strong Swampert is, and then Brock and his brother, they test their mettle against the Nurse Joy from the Pokemon Inspection Agency. And, you know, that's pretty much it for the end of Swampert. I really don't have much to say. I just feel like, you know, there's a lot of potential and opportunities that the anime didn't, you know, gave to us. I want to know what you guys think and what you guys want to see of Brock Swampert. So make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you around, trainers.